This is Twit.
I was really impressed by the Yoga A940 as something that might be a Surface killer. Big 27-inch 4K screen, super bright, accurate colors. What's kind of crazy is looking at the base of that, if you can see that picture at the top, is it folds down to about 25 degrees, so it folds flat like a tablet. Comes with a stylus. You can put the keyboard and the mouse up on that little table. The keyboard goes on the left over most of the guts of the system, but the right side where the mouse is also a wireless charging pad for your phone. But you can't quite see it until you scroll down. They have a really cool dial that's attached to this one, and it is, Shannon it's funny, Shannon's not a big fan of all-in-ones. I love all-in-ones. So I'm looking at this because I look at all the all-in-ones because I love them. They're wonderful. But that precision dial that sticks out of the side there, it's got 2 dials and a button on that and some really deep integration into Adobe's Creative Suite. And for content creators, it's really thoughtful because not only is it they're working with Adobe to give it lots of functionality and customizability. So if you're sliding through brushes or sizes or scaling or, tweaking photos or videos, it also is a USB device that you can pull out of the left side of the monitor and stick into the right side of the monitor. And, I just thought, yeah, but I mean,
both-handedness.
Yes, I thought it was a nice detail on that. 8th gen, 6-core processor going to be on that Radeon RX 560, which is I think a little bit behind what the offerings are on the Surface Pro all-in-ones, but certainly is going to do you better than the stock Intel graphics.
Yeah, it's kind of somewhere in between a Surface Pro and like an iMac, where the iMac has Radeon like 500 series graphics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be selling for around $2,000, but it was really, I've seen a lot of stuff that's like dedicated to content creators, but this actually seemed like they may have actually talked to some content creators about what irritated them about various devices in their life before they built this.
Plus, let's face it, the younger generation, and I'm thinking of my 3-year-old son here,
right?
They're just not going to accept computers, I don't think, that don't have some sort of full touch interface. So when he's off to school, something like this, if he's learning like how to create art on a computer, that's going to make so much sense to him to just grab it, fold it down, grab a pen, and start doing things on the screen. And this kind of form factor is pretty much where you have to go with all-in-ones to make it work both ways. And I know I've seen concepts in the past of like, well, this is what Apple could do with a touch iMac. Well, they haven't done it. And this is another example of one of those products that can be used in a traditional way or can be used with a stylus or your fingertip. And, obviously these are geared towards that content creator side, but, that's a pretty big market, and if that display looks really good, I did not get a chance to see this, but if that display looks good, that is a pretty compelling product. If you're going side by side with another all-in-one like an iMac, which is it's just a display up on a stand that happens to have the computer behind it. So
I'll be really curious to see what the I want to see somebody measure this when it finally comes out, but they're working with Dolby Vision HDR, not too deep. I don't think we had the color gamut. Oh, now it's up here now. 100% RGB with Dolby Vision. They didn't have too much information on the color gamut or the brightness of the screen when we were taking a look at it. I suspect it will show up in the none too distant future, and it's key wireless charging technology, in case you were wondering what that pad could do.